Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome to the video, and today I'm discussing how I reverse engineered the build for this divisional round of the NFL playoffs. So you have Todd Gurley and you have Ezekiel Elliott, two running backs that are really bellhops. They are going to get a high volume of carries. And my philosophy is when you have a running back that gets a high volume of carries, you play them because most teams are running back by committee, which means there's a lot of split carries, and that since the carries are split, the production goes down. So when you have high production guys like Ezekiel Elliott and Todd Gurley, I always play them. And in this video, I am going to go under the assumption that they are both high owned, and I'm also going with the philosophy that I don't want to pay up for quarterback in this spot. If you play Pat Mahomes, Drew Brees, or Andrew Luck, I'm not going to say it's a bad play because I think they're going to have good games, but I think that every single one of these quarterbacks are going to have a good game. I think they're all in play. So rather than pay up for Pat Mahomes or Drew Brees or Andrew Luck, who again, I wouldn't call bad picks, but I just think I'm going to save at the quarterback position. So now, with those three things in mind, here's how I think I'm going to build. So again, we're going off the assumption that Ezekiel Elliott and Todd Gurley both are going to be high owned. So let's say you plug in Ezekiel Elliott. If you assume that Elliott and Gurley are going to be high owned, can you then play Jared Goff to pivot away from the high ownership of Gurley? Or if you play Gurley, are you willing to play Prescott to pivot away from Elliott? Again, I think you have to have one of them in play. Do you think that there's a lot of people who are going to have Prescott and Elliott? I don't think so. I think if a lot of people are on Elliott, then they're going to back away from Prescott, making Prescott a pretty good pivot play, especially at that price point. Do you think there are going to be a lot of players that do Goff and Todd Gurley? I don't think so. So I think if you choose one of the top price quarterbacks and then play the quarterback on the opposite team, because if we're assuming that both running backs are high owned, and we're assuming that that lowers the ownership of the quarterbacks, I think that is a solid way to pivot. And so Todd Gurley's my guy. He's questionable, but I think he's in play. I think he's going to play and get a ton of carries. So I'm going to plug in Gurley, which means I'm going to play Prescott. And I love to stack, so I'm going to play Cooper. That's how I would play it. And then so that's what it would look like. Under this principle, this would be the build. Now, there are a lot of assumptions in this game. I think Tom Brady is a cheap quarterback that is still in play. I like. I think Nick Foles is a quarterback that's still in play. I think the Saints are going to get to a quick lead, and that Philly is going to have to pass the ball a lot. So there are a lot of angles you can go. I think Indy and KC is going to be a shootout, and I think you're going to see increased production from both of those quarterbacks who are going to be passing the ball a lot. So if you want to elect to pay up for a quarterback, you can do that. But this is just another angle that I thought about and wanted to share. And I would love to know what you think about this weird pivot off of the expensive running backs. The question remains is, if you play Gurley, do you think there are going to be a lot of people playing Gurley and Goff? I don't think so. Or Elliott and Prescott? I don't think so. So this is a way, again, to be contrarian. So thank you for watching the video. If you found this video to be helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't find this video to be helpful, give it a thumbs down and leave a comment telling me how I could do better. And I'll see you on the next one.